Heard the voice, saw the face, made the choice. Young Money Militia Gang Zone, Corey Guns, and you watching me dribble. Gully TV, let's get it.
Special guest. This is an interview that I put together over the course of a few weeks. I encountered this young lady on social media, and by way of her stories, I kept seeing shoes, and I'm like, I have to follow whoever this person is and get to the bottom of this. So I encountered a female sneakerhead, and she brought a few of her collectibles here, and she decided that it would be a dope thing to share her journey with Gully TV. Go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
Hey, I'm Andrea Vannucci, Erieite.
Okay. How long have you been a sneakerhead, and what attracted you to the culture?
So way back in the day, the Grant Hill Feelers dropped when I was in about 5th grade.
Yeah.
The all white with the blue patent leather around it, and I fell in love. From there, one of my first jobs was Kids Foot Locker in the mall, and it something just drew me to the culture. Whether it be just to match my outfit, to do whatever, very good conversation piece normally. But yeah, I've just always been this way.
So I'm going to tell you right off the bat what stood out to me was the variety that you have. A lot of times today when people refer to themselves as sneakerheads, they really are basically Jordan collectors. But
Correct.
You seem to have a good variety here with you today. And tell me what it was that attracted you to the Travis Scotts, because that's what made me notice you.
So they're just super dope for starters. Highly collectible. You know, he's very controversial in the news for the last decade, probably. But they're hard to find, so it's the chase for me.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just acquire a pair. You have to go search for them. You know, they're a little costly, and they're super rare.
Right.
They go right off the shelves. Sometimes Erie, most of the time, we don't even get them in our hometown. So they're just super dope looking. That's what I like. Dope shoes. I don't just fuck with Jordans. However, that's primarily but my collection in large. But just anything that looks dope. Something to talk about.
Right. Okay, how are you able to afford? That's something I wanted to ask you, because some of these joints, they can get pricey after a while.
So I'm going to let you in on just a tad little secret. So my shoe size is a 6 in men or a 6 in grade school.
Right.
So something that would cost you $2-3 grand might only cost me $300, $400, $500. But so I sell houses by trade.
Okay.
I worked for iHeartRadio for many years and then switched it up, but sales has always been my primary source of income. I went to college for communications, so I've always been a salesperson. So I dig around for shoes all day. That's what I do.
So you have a background in media.
I do. Yeah.
Tell me about iHeartRadio.
That was one of the dopest jobs I've ever had. I sold advertising. I was account executive.
Mm-hmm.
So we sold advertising for the local stations here, which is Star 104, Rocket 105, but also on the app and then nationwide. The radio ads you see that you hear on the radio, TV ads you see on TV, banner ads, Facebook, social media ads, I put those together.
Oh, dope.
Wrote them, produced them, and sent them out, sold them.
So you 100% comfortable in this setting here with the lights?
Oh yeah, this is my area. Yeah.
Okay. What out of the collection that you have, do you have any specific pair of sneakers that you like the most? Me personally, I kind of like stay in the pocket of 1980 sneakers. Anything between like the early 80s and 1998, that's my pocket right there. But what are some of the favorites that you have?
So the ones I brought aren't necessarily the most expensive in my collection. They're the ones that I like the most, the ones that I wear the most.
Yeah.
So like Virgil Abloh, creator of Off-White, did which is an Italian fashion and clothing line. Different CEO now, because unfortunately he passed, which is why these sneakers have soared up in value ever since his passing. But he did a Jordan mashup with some Jordan 4s, Jordan 1s. The Chicago Off-White Jordan 1s You can find a brand new pair for $20K, $10K. I mean,
20,000.
They're all over the place. Yeah,
And-
because they're so hard to find. I mean, you can find a used pair for $2K on Poshmark right now.
Yeah.
But then you're getting your chalk markers out and you're cleaning thread and da 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 da. Brand new pair, yeah, it's up there. Limited release too, obviously. So that's why these shoes go super quick. People hold on to them to resell because once they're gone, they're gone.
Is there any standout qualities with this sneaker that you're talking about that costs 20,000?
Well, yeah. I mean, it looks entirely different than a regular Jordan 1. So, like, this is raised kind of 3D. The Nike sign hangs over. It's all high-quality leather. There's flaps with his logo, and then the year that the Jordans were originally made, which was 85, which is on a flap.
Right.
All of his shoelaces, you know, I mean, Virgil, what he does, everything's in quotes, shoelaces. Quotes.
Is that right? I never noticed that.
Oh, yeah.
So whenever there's a Virgil sneaker, the air and shit like it's going to be quotes.
Yep. So like they've got the foam in quotes. I just ordered a pair of off-white Prestos. They didn't come yet, of course. But I don't know if it says Presto here in quotes. But yeah, all shoelaces, same thing. Also, they come to the point where they're able to be weathered over time. So like I don't fuck around. If my shoe gets dirty, I'm not scared to throw it in the washing machine. I know people are gonna want
I wash my
punch
shit
me.
too. I do.
I throw them right in the washing machine. But the good thing with these, when you throw them in the washer, they fray. So which is the point of this. This is actually parachute. He used like the actual fabric they use
Parachute
for a
material?
parachute. Yeah, which is the toe box on the Off-White Jordan 1s too. All that parachute, smushy kind of material. But yeah, all these fray around them, which I think is super dope. It just gives the shoe some character, I suppose. Fashion brands, high-end fashion, LA designers are super big in the sneaker community. Union LA, huge high fashion brand in LA. They did a mashup with quite a bit of pairs of Jordan retros. The 4s are one of the most costly and the most popular.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, I wear these to death because I love them.
Yeah.
But tongues made out of super cool shit. They're true retros because they have the Nike Air on the back rather than the Jordan sign.
So when you see the Nike on the back, is that what people will call the OG?
Those are the OGs, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So they make a million different colorways in every number of retro. But the mass-produced ones, the not original colorways, those all have the Jordan on the back.
Got it.
When you find Jordan 4, Jordan 3, because they only go up to Jordan 5 that Nike produced. So if you see the Nike sign on the back, that's an OG, grab it because chances are it'll go up and down.
So after the 5s, they stopped putting Nike on the sneaker?
Jordan became his own entity after the 5s.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn, you in tune like a motherfucker, man. Like, you could teach
Maybe after the 6s.
You could teach a course on this shit. So,
Well, it might be the 6s actually, now that I think of it. Because I do have a pair of UNC 6s at home and I think it has a Nike sign on the back.
to date, how many pairs of sneakers do you have in your collection?
I had 80 pairs last time I counted, and I probably bought 10 since then. So maybe 90.
Yeah. And you wear them?
I wear all of them.
I wear mine too.
I wear the fuck out of them. I don't play no games.
What do you think about when you see people who collect shoes online and they have them put up somewhere and then they go and put them on and they crumble? What you think about that?
So I'm like the only person I know with this many pairs of sneakers that don't have those.
The totes?
The boxes.
Yeah,
I got all my shit in the basement and the but you have to, I mean the yellow, the material degrades and they crumble if you don't take care of them, which I probably should start doing.
Yeah.
But I just read on somewhere that somebody found an original 87 mint condition Jordan 5, like the holy grail of shoes. He paid $20K for them.
Mm-hmm.
And they've changed over time. I mean, you can definitely tell an original pair of retros from like today's, but still super dope. And it's another reason why I think that this amazes me is that these shoes have stayed timeless over my whole I'm 41 years old. So my whole entire life, these shoes have been timeless. That, particular sports figure really started and paved the way for sports shoes and collectibles.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go over some of these joints that you brought here. Let's start with these cactus joints. I seen you with these on the other day.
These are so crazy.
I made a point of making you bring them with you.
These are so crazy. So I bought these. I really didn't know much about them. These are the Travis Scott Air Trainers. And they came to me without this on. So I'm looking at them, and I just, the signature of the Travis Scott shoe is the backwards Nike sign on the other side. Yeah. So I'm looking at these, and I thought this was a zipper. No, this shit's a pocket. And then the little raincoat hides in the tongue of the shoe. Another thing that Travis Scott does.
Raincoat?
Yeah, it's a raincoat.
Oh, that's what that is. All right. So if it starts to rain, to protect the shoe, you can just snap them on.
You are good. It snaps all the way around.
That's crazy.
Yep. But I just thought it was the chunky tongue, like he does with his Dunks, which I also have on. The Dunk skateboard, the SB Dunks, all have this chunky toe or tongue. So I thought it was just not, but just some shit hidden inside.
Right. So what was it about those that stood out to you? I like loud colors.
The colorway. The
For
colorway.
real?
So I had just bought a pack. I just bought a pack of Nike socks that were all these colors.
Right.
And then these came up on my wherever I found them at. And yeah, the materials are super high quality too. Like they're all different. This is corduroy here. I mean, he really does a good job. Because I mean, these are gonna go. People are gonna sit on them and then gonna resell them for double, triple the price. So he makes a really good high quality shoe.
Yeah. Though they kind of look like some of the old Bo Jacksons.
I have a pair of those. Not the old ones. They re-released a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But yep.
Did you seen the similarity in them?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean the same shape, same type.
Yeah.
Bottoms. Yep.
Right. These right here, fire. These Air Force.
This is how I met you, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
So this is Nike United Air Force One. I actually just saw them and saw. I mean, they're obviously super, super dope. But I ordered them not even knowing what Nike United was, and apparently it is a football mashup between Nike and the NFL, which is why it comes with the Nike whistle on it.
Okay.
But the design.
So that check, that's a whistle.
Yeah. Found that out the other day.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Fire.
Yup.
This
these are
material,
hard.
what type of material is that?
That's just a coated canvas, which is different than the leather normal Air Force One. So yeah, it's a coated canvas like Louis or Fendi would do with one of their purses.
Yeah.
It's coated canvas over leather. And then similar to the gum bottom, which is a highly sought after bottom for the Air Force One.
Yeah. How do you pick the joints that you're going to wear? Like these right here, these are what we call cookout sneakers.
Yeah.
Or boat shoes. These might go on a cruise and shit like that. So
yeah, they come.
How do you select an occasion to wear something that's fancy like that?
So I am big on the clothing first, I guess. Well, hold on. We're going to have to change that. I pick my shoe first and then I pick my clothing.
Oh, I call that dressing from the feet up.
Yep, that's exactly what
I'm the same way.
Because I don't like to repeat. So I'm on like day, I don't know, it's a big joke around the office, day 180 or some shit without any, or day 81 or something, without any repeats.
So for 80 days straight, you put on a different shoe.
Yeah.
Bad motherfucker. Talk that shit.
I go into our dispensary down here and they all crowd around, check out what shoes I have on for the day.
No doubt. No doubt. These, I think you call them these Tiana Taylor joints.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't find the box.
Let me see them.
So these are super nicely made, which is why I bought them. But these came out and if y'all didn't know this, you can just look on the inside tag and see when they came out, the dates right on it. And these came out in 23. The thing that got me about these is obviously the thorned Nike check. There are also two different checks on each shoe.
Oh, them is art pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The soft leather is like no other J that I have at all. These are called a Rose from Harlem, which is where she's from. So it says it on the inside of the flaps.
Yeah.
And even the tongue's leather, which got me. She has another shoe dropping next year. She actually did a Jordan 3,
right,
which are going to be super fire. They have the rose thorns all around the shoe and has the laces. They drop next summer.
So those have mismatched checks on them.
Yeah, isn't that? Look. That's what drew me to them. And then obviously just the material.
I never seen that before.
Nope.
I never seen that before.
Travis Scott ones have this big check on them.
Yeah.
Which is I think the only other shoe I've ever really seen except like these Gianni runners. But it's backwards.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire. Who are some of the retailers that you patronize when you get sneakers? And something I just have to interject this. I've never bidded on sneakers. I ain't got the patience for that shit. So what's your I don't. That shit drive me crazy.
No, I feel you.
How do you go about attaining shoes that are highly sought after, and who are some of the people that you patronize?
So I go everywhere, honestly, and I'm not scared at all to pick up a secondhand pair of shoes. I mean, I don't have $20K to drop on a pair of sneakers.
Right.
So if I find some that are super, they haven't been used maybe once or twice, I will grab those. Poshmark and eBay. eBay is actually one of the best authenticity websites. They ship it off to the same people that Goat and StockX do.
Yeah.
So you can find either dead stock, slightly used, or brand new shoes, guaranteed to come to you authentic. But Goat, StockX are I guess my primary go-tos. Like I bought these off the Supreme website. I bought these off the A. Monier website, which is also a high fashion street designer.
Yeah. Is that snakeskin?
It is. Yeah. Well, it's snakeskin and Boast on the back, and then this is all suede. I just like the colorway to these. I had something, I think a Fear of God shirt to match the bottom of this and the check, so they just worked out perfectly.
Right. I'm starting, just based off your conversation, I'm starting to think you aren't a sneakerhead. You're more so a hype beast. You familiar with that terminology?
Yeah.
So you do the clothes too.
I do. Yeah.
All right. How long? What attracted you to the Fear of God shit? Do you got the sneakers?
I have the Nike sneakers. Yeah, the Nike Fear of Gods. Yeah. They're all right. They're like a running shoe with the crisscross. They can match a lot though. So the thing about Essentials that got me, because Fear of God and Essentials are two separate entities, and a lot of people don't know that. There's Fear of God clothing, which is super high fashion, high quality, even more costly than their Essentials line.
Right.
But the colorways got me. These sweatpants are the comfiest. This has become part of my uniform, Essential sweatpants. I wear them every day because I have every color.
Right.
But they make your waist look small, they make your booty look big, and they feel really nice too.
Got it. So you doing the clothes and everything, the whole shebang.
Oh yeah, I go hard. Yeah.
Definitely a hype beast. Definitely a hype beast. What do you have to say about? I believe StockX, their credibility was under attack earlier this year. They said something about maybe somebody may have bought something from them that they felt wasn't authentic. You familiar with this?
I am. Yeah.
What do you got to say about that?
So their authenticity process is super vetted. It always has been. It's one of the first of its kind, next to Goat. So the knockoffs are getting way better as time goes on. Actually, I had a local friend of mine that's super big sneakerhead. He bought a pair from StockX that were fake. So when you get a knockoff Louis or a knockoff Fendi or a sneaker, they are made in the same factories as the real ones are, which is a lot of people don't know that. Yeah. So they're just getting better and better as far as their materials go, as far as their design, their stitching. However, the one thing you can't get past Goat most of the time is that all knockoffs, which I can't grab one because I don't have any, but they will have a black light symbol. So if you run your sneaker, a black light over your sneaker, there will be a symbol for that factory under a black light.
How was you able to find that out?
That just came to light maybe last year. When I found out about it, because that particular person I was talking about ordered a pair from somebody. Because these shoes, you used to be able to win raffles on Twitter. Twitter was huge, and for $20 you get a pair of $4,000 sneakers. The raffles used to be really big when the sneakers were easier to obtain. But he sent him a pair. They were $10,000 Nike Prestos. I don't remember the exact model, but that's how they found out that it was fake. Everything else was legit. The box was legit. The insoles were legit. The numbers underneath the sole, but that black light logo was there. So that's all it is, really. I mean, you can get a really shitty knockoff that's cheap, $50, or you can get one that is comparable to the shoe. Just like if you go to Canal Street, you can find a Birkin that looks and feels like a real Birkin. You're just paying a couple $100 more for it.
Right. Where were you at when the situation happened with Donald Trump and China, the tariff beef, which led to them getting on social media and blowing up the spot and telling everybody about the knockoff game?
So I always remember, not as far as where I was, but what I was wearing.
Okay.
I always remember what I was wearing, and
Yeah.
I was wearing a pair of Jordan 4 Seafoam Jones and an Essential City. Where I was, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But that hurt a lot of people's feelings, because as far as China goes, I mean, you can find some real sneakers that are, you know, real, highly expensive, super limited, and to get them over here to the sneakerheads that want to buy them, it's extremely costly and almost impossible.
Yeah.
But if you're buying knockoffs, fuck it. Oh well, because it makes me look bad, because I know there's bitches out here that are like, she ain't got all them shoes, they're all knockoff, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm here to tell you that, no, check my bank.
No doubt. Talk that shit. So how did your friend, you said you had a friend that bought something from StockX and he found out that they were knockoffs.
Yep.
How did he find out? What did he do to authentic,
He bought them, he won them on a raffle on Twitter and sent them to GOAT, not StockX.
Mhm.
And they uncovered the logo.
Yeah.
And the reason they sent them back and couldn't sell them for him was because of that. As far as StockX goes, I don't know how that got past them. Just somebody being funny, maybe?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? It's your boy Joel Ortiz, and I want y'all to keep it locked right here because y'all watching the real Gully TV. It's official. This ain't no phony business right here. This is Gully TV. You keep it right here. Yawa.